Like and subscribe right now, and Bitcoin peep will make you rich. Students are barking, acting like dogs at Kentucky middle school. Life is super tough when you can't pick up the book you want because you're sitting on it. From a book I wrote in first grade, My cat. My cat's name is Samson. Samson is a cat. As a kid, I only ever saw pepperoni on pizza with mushrooms, peppers, and onions. Somehow I assumed pepperoni was a vegetable. I mean, it's called pepperoni. Makes sense. Never questioned that thought. One day in high school, a friend who is a vegetarian forgot her lunch. I offered her a piece of my pepperoni pizza. She said, "No thanks, you know I'm a vegetarian." Very funny. I said, "I know, it's pepperoni, you can eat it." This went back and forth, with her getting progressively angrier because she thought I was playing a dumb prank on her and mocking her choice to be a vegetarian, until our friend group finally realized that I am, in fact, an absolute idiot and genuinely thought pepperoni was a vegetable. They still bring up this story to me 10 plus years later, laughing about it. When I was 4 I peed in my toy box. I then proceeded to cry to my mom cause the box smelled like urine. 5. A. Who was America's first president? America's first president was Getty Images. There's this one time that I sent my Gmail account and password on a Clash of Clans chat box because I didn't know what ASL, age, sex, and language meant. I was 11 when that happened. Listen here you little shut. When I was in 4th grade, I wanted to write in my diary with a secret language that no one else could read. I decided that the language was going to be words written backwards with each letter slightly modified to look a little different than normal. That already sounds a bit dumb on its own. But the really stupid part was that I had trouble coming up with designs for some letters, and I would write different designs for the letters on the blank spaces on papers during school. One of the letters I had difficulty coming up with a creative design was X. My mom had to be called in to ask why her daughter was drawing swastikas all over her worksheets. He's too dangerous to be left alive. This is too good not to share. Tonight Easton brushed his teeth for 8 seconds tops. I told him to come see me and then broke the news that I'd downloaded a new dental app called Plaque Light that shows places that weren't brushed well enough. I shine my phone's flashlight in his mouth and pretend to see plaque. I now need a copyright, solid investor and tech guru that can bring Plaque Light to fruition. Remember, you all heard it here first. Teen gets USB cable stuck in pens in backfired attempt to measure length. The teen inserted a USB cord into his urethra and it had to be surgically removed. My 6-year-old made this stick person and I die every time I look at it. This is the breakfast that I made for my mom when I was 5. Chunks of butter and not enough jelly to mask it. Yes, she ate it. I was outside feeding a cat when 2 girls CCA, 10-year-old came up to me and started a conversation with me about said cat. One of them wanted to pet the cat, but I told her to wait until the cat is done eating. Girl, it's better this way. I'm allergic to cats anyway. Me, oh, okay. Girl, you know, a cat's tail is poisonous. Me, really? Girl, yeah. When you touch it all your hair falls off. All you had to do was close the door. When I was like 10, I had a neighbor who wondered what would happen to worms if he touched both ends with a cord plugged into the 110 volts wall socket. After seeing what happened to the worm, he then touched that same cord to his tongue. They're okay. They're waving at the tree and talking to it. My brother stabbed me. My aunt visited us after years. She has 2 toddlers, elder sister and little brother. They are really sweet, but they keep on fighting each other. Yesterday the little brother was hurting his sister, so I came to her defense and shooed him away with strictness. He took a revenge by picking up a knife from the dining table and inserting it in my palm. Now I can see through my palm and can't even fap. My hand is just too NSWF to post a picture. When I was a kid I thought the solitaire logo was a little robot and not a pack of cards. Solitaire. C's made a snack all by herself for the first time. Oh boy. When I was 3, I decided to climb a 1.6 meters bookshelf. 5 feet 3 inches. Not surprisingly, the bookshelf fell on top of me, almost crushing my skull. Now, I have a 5 stitches scar at the top of my head. Poor child. Nothing to see, just my 4-year-old self and my friend mixing all board games. I told her she couldn't go inside the dishwasher. Apparently he wanted to cool down his scrambled eggs yesterday. Much to think about. When I was little I thought that when my dad was at his job he was in our dishwasher. There was a piece of clear plastic by the detergent dispenser that I would stare into hoping I would see him walking by. Truly wonderful the mind of a child is. My 3rd grader's first assignment of the year. I really like playing with my friends. I don't like my sister. When I was very young, 6ish, I saw a cartoon where they use suction cups to climb a wall. So, I decided to go gather all of the plungers out of every bathroom and try to climb the living room wall. My mom vetoed the idea and made me wash my hands several times and then take a shower. On Friday Fritzkas. I teach piano for a living, and my last lesson was a little 4-year-old guy. After the lesson wrapped, he asked, "Do you guys have a chili here?" All of us standing around were kinda baffled, not sure what he meant by that. After a bit of confused back and forth, we finally worked out that cello was the word he was looking for. That's so sad, seeing an animal that looks almost like a human crying. Humans are animals too, man, it's normal. Don't try to reply me mean, or I will make you quit from your religion as I did to other people. OMG, this lucky 100% Minecraft video by Scoobycraft. Me. Because you created it. Yesterday I was in the shower. One time when I was a kid, I made a kite out of paper and wrote a note on it so that a friend could look up and read it from all the way across town. Who even needs a phone? When you got my brilliance? That doesn't sound like it would be visible. Well, we would know definitively if I was able to even get it off the ground. But alas, she didn't flew. That's unfortunate. Incredibly. My 11-year-old cleaned their toilet and had an interesting take on where the empty rim block went. My kindergarten idea of a tiger. My 8-year-old nephew's homework. When I was a little kid I thought the Michelin Man was called so much. There was an ad on TV with a family driving in a rainy street and the tagline was, "Because so much is riding on your tires." This was referring to transporting your precious child and aimed at the parents. Understandable, since they're the ones buying tires. Despite this, young me instead pictured the Michelin Man actually riding on your tires and spying on you. The tagline became a threat, telling me that the Michelin Man was always with me, always watching. I was a weird kid. What was once a chicken salad sandwich with friends. She wanted a chocolate muffin and only ate the bad part. Well, I like NTR cause I'm clearly saddest, so I'm good. NTR is too good, not gonna lie. Better than vanilla. That expression on your face when a girl NTRs you, priceless. This furniture was in someone's house until today. Trash day. Fun fact, I went to one of those trampoline parks up in Colorado, and what was neat is it had one of those styrofoam pits with monkey bars. Now, I've never been good at those monkey bars. I've never made it past the second bar. Now, I decided to try to climb across the bars and get across the pit. I immediately got stuck on the fifth one, and I was gonna fall. Only problem, there was a kid under me. I yelled out to him to move, but the kid didn't. So my arms got tired. My 9-year-old body fell on his. He was crying and ran off to his dad. The funniest part is dad hear me and was yelling at the kid on why he didn't decide to move out of my way. My 4-year-old didn't believe me that her undies were smelly and she needed to change them. I said fine, smell them. She made the same face as this guy. My 7-year-old daughter made dessert today. It's juice, ice cream, honey and a brownie. I'm not tired. I'm not tired. I'm not tired. Every night. I think I was 8 or 9 when I made this. I got grounded by my mom, so I wrote a note in retaliation. I don't know how I thought that was going to help my case. Next Valentine's Day I won't give you a valentine or share my candy. Your bottom. He tore a page out of his favorite book and awoke the concept of instant regret. My 8-year-old daughter made this for me. I don't have the heart to tell her, you rook. Smile for the camera, kids. I never advocated for this child to have a phone. Beautiful. Where are you? I'm coming, shut up. You've had 15 minutes to walk here. Babysitting in Italy. So did you learn what cazo means? Isn't it like shut or something? It's nut. Anyway, cazo means big nut obviously, since you add one. LMAO and cazotto instead is a punch. Okay, well, the kid I'm babysitting keeps asking me to give him a calzone when fighting. And I don't know how to explain him that he really shouldn't ask for a calzone. It's getting quite embarrassing. This completes the requirements. Write a question. Using why. My younger brother did me dirty. Toddler having a little too much fun with the sharpie marker. Woke up, discovered 3-year-old had massive nosebleed, his clothes covered in blood, washed him, walked into the kitchen, found 5-year-old stirring his brother's bloody clothes in a pot, filled with hot water. I need his blood, he said. I need his blood for my poisons. What's the most ducked up story you have of your family? Mine is when my brothers and sisters duct taped my little brother to a pole in our basement and left him there for hours, and we would periodically walk down to feed him dry Lucky Charms and water. I woke up and saw my daughter looking at the baby monitor. She did this for 10 minutes straight. It's freaking me out. When I was younger, apparently I would sleep talk, and one night I sat up straight in bed, looked at my friend, and said, "Your presence is known to me," then immediately fell back asleep. I work at a daycare with preschoolers, ages 3.5 to 5, and this morning, a kid sweetly complimented me on my shirt, and then a bunch of kids wanted to compliment me. Then it got weird when, as they ran out of things to compliment me on, they went to complimenting my body parts, saying things like, "I like your eyeballs, I like your skin, I like your blood," and one kid literally said, "I like your fresh." I work with future serial killers. My daughter's friend had a Furby. Their favorite thing was to take it up to the loft and dangle it over the railing. Worried the Furby would bleat, and the terrible little girls would laugh their evil heads off. My 11-year-old's birthday card to me. Life's a water slide where you die at the end. You are here. Start. Guy in one of my dad groups found this in his kid's room. My friend's brothers talked her into jumping out of a second-floor window where she was 5. When her father found her unconscious, her brothers had already drew an outline of her body with chalk as a crime scene. She lived to tell the story. I can't believe I had a phase as a child where I would send my grandma jump scare videos in hopes of her dying so I can get the wool faster. My 8-year-old is battling her uncle in a prank war. Last night she delivered this devastating blow, reserved for Mr. Fart. This one time in 3rd grade I was really mad at my mom, so I furiously googled "I want a bomb" on her laptop like 900 times because I thought the government would come and arrest her. In 7th grade we had a teacher with PTSD from war and we used to ask him about Vietnam because afterwards he'd sit in silence for 20 minutes and we could goof off. Not very ethical, but hey, that's junior high for you. He was a wonderful teacher and very popular, but we were gremlins. My little sister has an obsession with cutting the faces off baby dolls / stuffed animals and putting them on other dolls. Help. Today, I found out my 7-year-old daughter really did lie about my husband's other girlfriend as revenge for being grounded, and that he never cheated on me at all. We're well into our divorce proceedings and he won't forgive me for not believing him when he denied it. Duck my life. My kid discovered you can photocopy anything, and now he's trying to prank me. I spent an entire week refinishing this table. I was finally done. I went inside to get a drink of water for 30 seconds and my toddler found the sandpaper and did this. A tip to new parents. 3-year-olds will lock you out of the house, in the snow, without remorse, and will think it's the funniest thing that's ever happened in the history of the world. My sister have a interesting hobby. My daughter just punched me so hard in the balls and won't apologize. She just said, well, I dunno, and walked off. Quarantine is going awesome. PS5 in for HDMI replacement. Kid said I pushed the cable in a little too hard. Not a cell phone in sight, just a kid living in the moment. My toddler baby is watching a storm out the front window. She says, quiet, quiet. Kaboom common. Urge Krieger thunder. She whispers, I did it. My little brother did this to our dinner after he was told he could not skip swim team. I was going to drink it off the floor. Look, we gotta stop acting like it's a bad thing to call our kids ace holes. Like my daughter just dead ace death glared me while pouring her juice on the floor after I said not to. Come on. That makes her an ace hole. Don't shame me. My 4-year-old recently got into the Madagascar movies. In the second movie, the lion gets rocked right in the junk and the zebra says right in the batteries. My daughter looked at me, asked is this right in the batteries? And punches me right in the nuts. I'm with this woman. It shouldn't be frowned upon if we call our kids ace holes. How is the weather? Bad. Sees I love you. I'm going play more Roblox. Love you too. Hey, you know how you can draw good? Well, I want you to make me picture of SpongeBob please. And when you come you can give it to me. Why lol? Because I love SpongeBob. Plus, you don't have a job. I woke up to 3-year-old kid for petting my head. I asked what she needed and she said I wish I had a piece of you that I could carry with me all the time. Like your finger. Haven't slept soundly since. My son's cup is spill proof, so he can't turn it upside down, shake the water / juice out. So what does my beautiful baby boy do instead? He drinks it and spits out on the floor. To the unsupervised kids playing hide and seek in my neighborhood at 10:15 p.m. Please kindly play farther away from my house. It's creepy as duck when you are counting down from 10. The eldest child I nanny, she's 5, has a game where she sits us all in a circle and gives us each a coin with a sticker on one anyways. If we flip our coin and it lands sticker side up, we have to touch the dead bee she keeps under her bed in a Tupperware. My first grade students were asked to write letters to the local nursing home and time's almost up. Not sure what Spider-Man did exactly, but he's been hanging there for the last few days and both my kids are playing around him, as if nothing's going on. Can't find your Switch remote. It must be somewhere reasonable like inside your kid's ukulele. Kid, mom, nobody likes me at school. Mom, just try to be like them. Yo nix. Mom, I just wanted to tell you that Mother's Day wouldn't be possible without me. I'll be waiting for my present in the living room. Love, Joshua. So my stepson, who I've raised since 2-year-old, now 12, posted this on his social media page that he is not allowed to have. About me. I'm hurt and angry. Are there any stepmoms out there that can offer some advice? I'm lost. My dad just proposed to my fat ugly ace stepmom. Why? Finding gems in my husband's childhood journal. January 26th, 1999. The best part of the assembly program was when the man fell down the stairs. When I straight up knocked my dad back in 2007. My favorite place my mommy takes me is water park. I'd think it's funny when my mom makes funny faces. I want my mommy to know that my daddy goes to Burger King, but she wants him to have healthy food. So we had a young girl and young boy, would say about 10 to 12ish, knock on the door tonight asking if we would like to buy any of their crafts as they're earning some pocket money. We kindly said no thank you, but then 10 minutes later get this note put through the litter box. Anyone else had similar? Duck you twat. Anonymous. Well, so me and my brother share a computer and he somehow went to my account, which is the computer's admin account, and reset it. Resetting this PC 13%. Need I say more? My daughter 10 years ago, she still scares me. My mom posted this on Facebook when I was around 5 years old. She took me to Disney on Ice after she came back from Air Force basic training, and I cried because she wouldn't buy me toys and cotton candy at Disney on Ice. Having a blast. I know you can tell by my insatiable brat's face. What is something that sounds 100% false but is actually 100% true? Toddlers kill more people than sharks do. Tornado. The infantry. Put my 2-year-old in timeout yesterday and came back to this. Lol, please tell me what you see. My husband says it looks like Satan.